G'day, Soledad. Adam Penrose here. Just the other day, I heard from a parent saying, I never understood what teachers had to go through until I realized that teachers were now full-time tech support on top of their regular job as educators. Based on tech reports already submitted, as well as feedback from numerous teachers, I wanted to share with you some troubleshooting tips for administering the iReady Diagnostic. If you still have questions or need support, please contact the tech department by sending in a tech request. Your request will be seen by the entire team. By doing this, we'll better track your issue than if you send us an email directly. A tech request email is the quickest way to receive support. So, let's get on with it. iReady Diagnostic Teacher Tech Support Tip number 1. Prepare your students and their technology for the diagnostic. Make sure students are using the iReady Connect app on their iPad. This should already be downloaded for them. If not, they can find and download it from the Meraki SM app. Be aware, some students are attempting to use a web browser on their iPad. Safari is not compatible with the iReady Diagnostic. Next, have student login information ready. Not every student has the same format for their login information. Some students have decimals or letters in their username. There are 2 default passwords being used by students. You can view and print student username and passwords from your teacher dashboard. As a teacher, you can update student passwords. Usernames can be updated through a tech request. Students are known for typing in the wrong password, especially since one of our default passwords has a capital letter. Watch those cap locks. Make sure that students also select California as our state. To print these usernames, pause the video and follow these instructions. Tip 2. Be aware of the diagnostic window. Anticipate difficulties with this new platform and test sooner than later. Furthermore, students will not be able to use the diagnostic outside of the school day. If a student tries to test at night, they will not be able to access it. Currently, hours are set between 8 a.m. and 3:25 p.m. Tip number 3. Here are some common student access errors. So the most common performance errors students are running into is they can't log in. Well, they're most likely typing their information in correctly. As mentioned earlier, confirm that they are using the iReady Connect app. And if the diagnostic does not show up, either they're trying to test outside of school hours, or you need to update your teacher settings because you're not assigned to the correct class. I'll have more on this in a bit. In the case of the program freezing after the video or a particular diagnostic question, this is most likely due to an internet connection error and the app needs to be restarted. So you've heard these next tech tips before, but it's surprising how often these procedures will fix an issue. Close the app and reopen it. Have them turn the iPad off, turn it back on again, closing all other windows. If those don't work, perform a hard restart. They may perform this by holding the menu button and the power button at the same time for about 10 seconds until they see the Apple logo appear. Nearly all the issues we've seen are cleared up with a hard restart. But if those aren't working, you could try deleting the app and reinstalling it. But be aware that internet connectivity may also be the culprit in a diagnostic failing while it is in progress. Tip number 4. Here are some ways that a teacher can troubleshoot and how we can utilize iReady Central to get help with specific problems. If it appears you are only assigned to one type of class, for example, only math, but you also need to be assigned to reading, then pause the video and follow these instructions. If you want to check on the diagnostic assessment status, do this. If you want to check for completion, rushing, or test expiration, follow these steps. If you need to reset a diagnostic in progress, follow these instructions. If you have to reassign a diagnostic that has already been completed, For example, a student who showed 5 grade levels below what they really should have been, and they received a red flag indicator for rushing, then you may need to reassign using these instructions. There are many more helpful answers on the iReady Central FAQ webpage, linked in the description below. Still having difficulty? Don't panic. We are operating in an unprecedented manner as teachers, and we're doing the best we can with the tools that we have. We have so little time with our students, and that time is valuable. So if you're worried about instructional time, and who isn't, utilize office hours to work with students struggling with their login process. If you have to delay testing for a few days, delay testing for a few days. You have support. Give your tech team time to solve your issues, and we'll get through this together. We don't always have the answers right away, and sometimes we have to try things out. Moreover, we're aware that we're working with some older iPad hardware as well as a new platform. And sometimes iReady has issues. In those cases, we'll work with their tech support team to find solutions. If you don't feel like help is coming quick enough, be aware that there's a small team working on nearly twice the number of tech requests compared to this time last year. All right, if you've made it this far in the video, then I'll offer you this. If you continue to struggle with getting iReady testing going in your classroom or just need some additional support, please schedule me for a class visit. I'll help you and your students work through any issues you're having. My booking website is located in the description below. I hope that this video has been helpful. I know how daunting and frustrating technology can be, but we got this. Together, we'll succeed. Bye-bye.